Hey, we got him right. Welcome, chaps. We've just made it through Port Shepstone, and we're heading down. We're going
through Butterworth.
Yeah, you're going through Butterworth. So I don't know where we are.
We're going Bazana.
We're going through Bazana, and then we're going to end up hopefully at our destination of Port St. John's, and finally at the spotted Grunter.
A bit of intel came through, and spoke to a couple of the guys, and yeah, they're saying it's probably one of the best runs they've had for probably 5 years or so.
No man, what this thing's... Oh, is this...
So the guys are saying that the Garrick have been so loose there that they can actually see them swimming up into the estuary when the tide starts pushing and the clean water pushes up. There's a colour line there, and they're fishing on that colour line and getting some Garrick, and there's also been some beautiful cob there as well. So I've never fished there before, so it's actually a first time for me, so I'll be learning all the way, watching the locals. You're never too old to learn, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Lekker. Yeah.
Awesome.
Safe
tight
drive.
lines for us.
Yeah, tight lines for us. And yeah, boys, we'll see you in the morning. Shot. Good morning, chaps. Hey, it's cold, man.
Just time I'm not properly.
Yeah. We it's about 2, I think about 5:30 in the morning. We're gonna head down to the mouth of the Port St. John's River this morning and look for some Garrick and some cob. The pushing tide is probably at around 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock. So we're gonna get there to meet the pushing tide, or sort of just about an hour or 2 hours before the pushing tide is when you want to be there, and fish 2 hours into the push and 2 hours other side of the push, or an hour other side of the push as the tide is draining. So that's the plan, and then what we're going to do is we're going to stick to where the ocean meets in the river and meets the river water. It normally creates a bit of a colour line. So we're going to be throwing some bucktails, some 1 ounce and 2 ounce bucktails into that area where that colour line is, and working them and whipping them through that colour line to see if we can get a Garrick or a cob or something like that. But yeah, hopefully tight lines this morning. Good, that sunrise, chaps. Absolutely beautiful part of the world. We've anchored ourselves in a channel here, trying to work the water between sort of where the push is coming in and bringing that clean seawater in against the river water, and we're trying to work that colour line there. And we've situated ourselves in about 3.5 meters of water here. We've got a channel to our right that's about 5 meters, so we're going to be throwing bucktails and whatnot, 1 ounce bucktails and 2 ounce bucktails, and just working these little areas and bumping these bucktails along the floor, whipping them for Garrick and whatnot, as you can see Byron will be doing here shortly. And then we've got 1 or 2 live baits as well. We've got a live mackerel out the back here. On! Don't play, hey?
Oh, I'm on with him.
Oh no! Did you borrow that jacket from Rip? Hey?
We've got it on together.
Oh no, bit of excitement there. Like on the shore, also thought he was going on there for a second. The guys have been fishing here with some weighted rapalas in this mouth here, and just pulling the weighted rapalas across the mouth of the river here for cob, and we're going to try to see if we can hook a Garrick or something like that. Yeah, you see the action of how Byron's working that bucktail jig. He's got a 2 ounce bucktail jig on at the moment in his favorite color. Here it is, yeah. A glow back with a white underside, white belly. The bucktails are a really underrated lure to work. You can see the guys working them all off the bricks here at the moment, and you can work them for all sorts of species.
The key thing is the lighter the bucktail, the better the action. You just work it back, and you don't have to work it fast. It's actually more about the rod action. So It's actually the rod doing the work. You can see I'm not retrieving fast at all. Only giving it like 2 turns. But letting the rod do it. And that, what it does like that is it means it darts like this in the water. So it's darting left to right.
How's it, guys? Yeah, a little evening session here on Port St. John's River, and what a stunner of an evening it is. Look at what we are blessed with to be fishing with at the moment. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, when you get sunsets like this, there's not many places in the world that can beat it. We have just lost probably, what did we get, 2 bumps. So I had a bump on my drop shot. Byron had 2 on his bucktail, and then we had our live bait go away behind us here, and we fluffed all 4 of them. What seemed to have happened, we've got a pushing tide coming in here at the moment, and there's 2 boats in front of us, but that guy wasn't here. There was one boat, that white one right in the front, and he went on. When we arrived, there was an oak on the rocks that was on, and then that oak in the white boat went on, and then Byron had an on-off, I had an on-off, and then our live bait went on. So with this pushing tide, it makes sense that these garrick were probably moving up the river, moving up in a bit of a shoal, and as they moved up, we started going on, and we had a good live bait take on a little stump nose that we caught, little stumpy that we caught at the river, and yeah, he mouthed it and was running with it, and seemed like he was scaling it, whatnot, and may just tightened up a bit too quickly, it seemed, but
was premature
strikulation. And yeah, so unfortunate, but the fish are around. I mean, that one that came off the rocks now was a proper garrick, probably around about 15,
Yeah, I'd say,
no, about 15 kilos. And yeah, geez, it's just we've been pushing and bloody toiling the whole day for a bite, and from one of these big fish, and we finally got them, and we buggered them up. But you know, at least we know, like Byron said earlier, at least we know what we're doing is working, but it's just dependent on when the fish are moving through, and it's the same with all the guys. They're all just waiting for these shoulder fish, these carb and garrick to move through with the tides and whatnot, and they just anchor, and then they just fish on the ledges and banks and throw drop shots and bucktails and wait for those fish to move onto these ledges to feed. But yeah, we'll carry on toiling, and we can't complain too much. This is Africa. It's absolutely beautiful.
Morning, chaps. We back on the Port St. John's River around early this morning. Came back to the spot yesterday where we fluffed a couple of garrick, and it's been probably the most productive spot we've had this weekend. We got here early, and got a nice grunter. Kirk got a nice grunter.
Yay, on daddy.
Lovely fish. Got one live bait here. Someone left us one in the net. Got one live bait out here. The tide's just starting to turn now, so it was pushing. It's just come high now, and it's going to start turning and start going out. So we're hoping that we're going to get the bites around on that turn. It's a big mullet jumping around here.
Went down to the mouth, and we left this area called the Big Tree. Went down to the mouth, and now we're back up here on the mouth of the little sardine bait, fishing this ledge for Grunter. And I've got one playing the fool with my bait here at the moment. They've been teasing us all morning, just nibble. There's one or two small fish. There we go. Oh no, man! Yes! And yeah, they're teasing us at the moment. They're really playing the fool. But this seems like a better fish that's messing around with the bait. So hopefully we can convert soon. Play him, lekker. We've just been fishing sardine baits with very small sort of number 2 hooks. I think Byron's got like a 1 on.
Yeah. Take it out the side.
Reel,
Take
boy.
it out the side.
So what you do is, when you lower your rod, you reel into it. Reel into it now. Lower, reel. Yeah,
Wind it
and wind up. Wind up. Are you still on it? Yeah, there you go.
Keep the pressure.
Okay.
Lift the rod up.
We got Callum Mcdonald on a. Oh, good size grunter, that boy. Yes, please.
With the nighties on the boat, also we're trying to teach him as well. You know, when the fish are eating how they have been, they've been very sly. So, you know, just getting them to get the feel of the actual rod, and that as the fish is feeding, and giving it, and just feeling for that right time. You know, that when he actually commits, they lift the rod, set the hook, not strike too hard, not to get too excited and that sort of thing. So,
Well done, chaps.
thanks. Well done, boys.
There we go. We're back at Spotted Grunter. I just wanted to take you guys around quick, have a bit of a look at this place. So this is the spot that we've been calling home for the last 2 days. Is the Spotted Grunter here in Port St. John's. Vernon, a good friend of Go Fishers, took this over about 4 years ago, and he's done some amazing things with the place. It's absolutely beautiful, and he's really catered for the fishermen as well as the family. So done a very good job. Unfortunately the wind's picked up, so I hope you guys can hear what I'm saying here, but this is basically the setup. You've got a little jetty here in front here, and then obviously you can do a bit of fishing here. Geez, the whole day, night, whenever you want to fish the tides. There's a little bank just where you see that watercolor change there. That's where the bank drops off, so you just pop your baits there on the bank and fish for grunter and cob and whatnot. Just up the river is a very good little spot over there. On that bend there is a nice big deep hole, and you can fish that bank there, as well as fishing for dogger and whatnot, and cob in that hole there. And here's the jetty that we've just come up now. And on top of the jetty is a lovely little larper where you can sit and have coffee. He's got tables and chairs up there, nice little sort of chilled area, have your lunches and whatnot. Beautiful little fire pit here. So if you're fishing at night, you want to stay warm with the family, look at that view. Absolutely beautiful. TRA people, TRA. This is Africa at its best. And Vernon's got it all kitted out. So he's got his dive boat here, he's got his ski boat here, he's got another little skivvy just down the way, and he's got a barge as well. So if you want to take the family or mates on a barge trip, you can do so. So, yeah, lovely little spot.